Cottrell is alongside Wilson. And Wilson has kicked Herriot's points so far, just that single penalty from 4 attempts. Now what's going to happen here? Oh, this is a better sort of shunt on and rumble from Hoyt here. Can they win the ball back? This would be a mightily important steal. Should come back on the Heriot side, but there's just a sniff, just a chance of Hoyt being able to steal it there. They try and break the ball away there and break the play away from that set scrum. Heriots are going to try and ship it through hands. Wilson then. So the handling is going to be oh so important, as is the tackling. Hoyt can't afford to make any mistakes in this situation. Heriots again, they're straight in front of the post, they're on the 22. The forwards again just sort of picking up, taking a couple of steps as soon as they take possession of the ball. Wilson just tried a little dummy, the outrageous dummy there, but Hoyt were aware of that tactic and he was forced to ground there. So clock ticking down. I'd say we've got still another couple of minutes of this contest to play here, and this is better play from Hoyt. They're forcing Heriots back closer towards that 22-metre line. It's really ugly stuff, played in horrendous conditions, but it's effective just at the moment. But Hoyt need the ball. Heriots have the ball. They've been forced back, yes, but they still have possession. And again, Wilson is just trying to get back on his feet and feed the passes and try and force Heriots, some of their forwards, some of their pups that are still on the park, the likes of Borrell and Cessford, to get a little bit momentum going before they receive the ball so that they can run at this Hoyt defence. Action is getting closer towards that Hoyt 5-metre line, across towards the banking this time. The referee in his orange jersey is the one distinct figure out there that you can see visible. The other players completely covered in mud. Heriots have still got possession. They're still trying to find a way open, an opening, a way through this Hoyt defence. It's still all coming through the hands of Wilson just at the moment. There he goes, another pop pass inside. Heriots again, the forwards are getting closer and closer now towards that try line. They try and splinter away. Hoyt have got to keep a mobile defence. Heriots are certainly within 5 metres. Are they going to make any handling mistakes here? Can Hoyt find some sort of steal? Hoyt have forced them again to run the ball more in towards the body of the kirk, so to speak, rather than to work it wide. Heriots are trying to work it wide once more. There's some space appearing on either side of the flanks here. Heriots now, have they got a situation out wide? Oh, that's a vital tackle comes in there from Hoyt towards the banking there, as Heriots were getting closer perhaps towards an arcing run in for a try. We've certainly played, I would say, 9 minutes of stoppage time, but we'll be close to the full-time whistle. The referee again having a look at his watch. We can't have much more time to play in this contest, surely, even with Nimmo's lengthy injury. Heriots have got all the possession just now. This is real nail-biting stuff, edge of the seat stuff for Hoyt. Now Heriots again, they're running closer and closer to the try line. Bale and I have got our eyes peeled on the action down on the right-hand side as Heriots try and drive now, and they're up towards being level with the posts now. Can they ground the ball here? Have they done enough to get the ball over the line? Hoyt's defence still holds firm. This is really nervy stuff. It's you know, a real battle royale in this BT Cup semi-final here at Mansfield Park. Hoyt need possession of the ball. Hoyt have got to keep the tackles coming in and the defence organised. Heriots have to keep the ball alive. Heriots have got the ball practically underneath one off the posts at the moment, a couple of metres shy off the posts. If you're listening to this, maybe you have to reach for some Valium or something, because my goodness, it is edge of the seat action here at Mansfield Park. The clock's still ticking down. We've played certainly 10 minutes off stoppage time. Such has been the length of the injuries here at Mansfield Park. Heriots, remember, down to 14 men. They've played this entire second half without the recognised standoff, who was red carded in the first half. They're right underneath the posts now. McNeil is trying to bark some instructions to the Hoyt defence, but they know what the job entails. They know what they need to do. Heriots backs trying to line up for one perhaps final run at the post, but it's the forwards that take on the ball once more. They've gone right along the front of the post, more or less. They're coming towards the stand side once more. They're still about 2 or 3 metres out to try and pick and go once again. They've had umpteen phases of play here, and the Hoyt defence are still holding firm, and they've gone to the other side of the post now and closer towards the stand side. Again, the Hoyt defence is coming in, but they're slipping and sliding on this Mansfield Park turf. The clock's still ticking down, the action's still underway. The referee is still got his eyes peeled on the action as Heriots are still within a couple of metres of the try line. This is going to define who makes the cup final. Will it be Heriots or will it be Hoyt? Hoyt 6, Heriots 3. Heriots still with possession. They're looking one final perhaps opportunity to break the hearts of Hoyt here and get over the try line, but Hoyt are continuing to put the tackles in, are continuing to frustrate, are continuing to do absolutely everything they can. McNeil tries to put the Hoyt in, the foot in rather, for Hoyt. They've shunted Heriots back a fraction, and I mean a fraction, out there, down on our right hand side. The pitch is still cutting up. I can see further instructions coming from Nicky Walker. He must have his heart in his mouth at the moment. Player coach for Hoyt out there. Every player has got his mind very much on the job at hand just now, and it's protecting this Hoyt lead, which is absolutely vital. Hoyt 6, Heriots 3. The clock's still ticking now. It shows that we've played a 52-53 minutes. Well, I would say we're into injury time now. We're certainly in added time at the end of added time here, and Hoyt are getting a bit of a maul on here now. They're forcing Heriots back. Oh, you can see clenched fists and determined expressions on the Hoyt supporters' faces as the referee called for a scrum there. They're trying to work it wide here. Heriots a situation where the fullback is on the right wing. Is he going to be forced into touch? Hoyt just need to force him into touch. Everybody's on their feet here, but Heriots have got the ball within about a metre off the touch line, still along that 5-metre line. It was breaking there, and everybody rose in the main stand as one, but action still continuing here at Mansfield Park. It is nail-biting stuff here. We're still deep inside that Hoyt 22, 5 metres out. Hoyt just need to try and force they don't want to force the issue to force a mistake and concede a penalty, but Heriots now have got it close to underneath the post once again. Now that's a decent tackle coming in there. Have Heriots no, they haven't spilt the ball, they've retained possession once more. But Hoyt can force them back a little bit more, a little bit closer towards that 22-metre line. And Heriots again, they're trying to handle it, they're trying to get the ball in hand, they're trying to get their props and their back rows involved here, and their second rows that are those that are not suffering from cramp anyway, just to try and run the ball as best they can. I don't know how many phases of play we've had, but Wilson has directed operations left and right, as Heriots have got ever so close to those posts and that try line. But Heriots still in possession. They've had a mighty long period of possession inside this Hoyt 22. The referee, I noticed, had another look at his watch there. But we'll get the thoughts very quickly, Dale. I mean, this is dramatic stuff here, Dale.
It's really good defence from Hoyt. They're just trying to force it. If they can hold this ball up here, and Heriots just keep pressuring the line. If they can hold the ball up, that'll be the game gone. And I'm just kind of speaking out loud here, but then you kind of just see that's what they're trying. They're trying to really just keep it really tight. The defence is really good, but if they get the ball, this game's gone, and it's just edge of the seat stuff as Heriots just keep attacking.
Yeah, they keep attacking. The Hoyt supporters we've talked about, but those on the technical area and the touchline as well, with the long green coats on, they've got hands behind the heads, they've got outstretched arms, anxious expressions. Again, Heriots are trying to find a way through. They work it seemingly from the centre right and then out left, and then they're back in the centre again, and Hoyt are just looking for any opportunity just to try and win it and win possession of the ball and see this cup semi-final through. 6 points to 3. Heriots go once again. We've played sort of 15 minutes beyond the regulation time on the electronic scoreboard down to my left hand side, but we certainly played, I would say, about 5 or 6 minutes of stoppage time beyond the regulation 80 minutes. We've had 2 fairly lengthy stoppages in the second half, particularly Nimmo's, who was stretchered off the second row of Heriots, and Heriots again through Wilson. Now they've got 4 players out wide here. The tackles come in good as well, but Heriots, Wilson, the scrum half, has been a real talisman here. Now can Heriots perhaps find a way through down that left hand channel across on the banking? Again, the tackles are coming in. It's almost impossible to identify individual players apart from the scrum half. The forwards have been, for the vast majority of the game, completely covered in mud. Cessford, I think it is, that's taking the ball on now for Heriots, just trying to get another metre or so closer towards that Hoyt try line, towards that Hoyt 5-metre line. They're practically on the 5-metre line yet again. So the referee again had a wee glance at his watch. He'll know exactly how long is left to play. Well, now Heriots are very close to the try line now. The referee on his haunches just to see if they've done enough to get the ball over and down. They're practically on the try line. My goodness me, there's some really anxious expressions here. Heriots, one of the forwards tried to peel away there and plant the ball down, but he was stopped just shot. Heriots again, they're trying to work it from the left towards the post, in towards the centre here. The Hoyt defence is practically on its own try line now. They're trying to remain mobile. Heriots have got 4 backs wide if they want to try and chip it wide. There's the long pass out now, it goes to begging, it's spilled there. Heriots, I think that was the full-back that was on the right wing. He's able to pick it off his bootlaces there, it bubbled wide there, and it's fed inside once more. I think that's possible. Wilson with yet another pass inside. Heriots have got players that are almost piled on top of each other here, practically on that try line again. Their back rows and their second rows are just piling in here. Another opportunity again. I think that's Sesper once again involved in the action. He's still held up about 2 metres shy of the action here. Still the referee says there's certainly time to play, and Heriots have a 2-on-1 situation here, but the man in the ball goes to ground again. A fraction shot as he planted the ball down. Heriots think they've been awarded the score. Daly's going to the touch judge. This is going to decide the outcome of this cup semi-final. What's your call, and you don't want to make the call on this?
I'm not sure if it was Max Learmonth there that would just dive for the line there, but he's certainly going to see his touch judge to see no try there. No try, so that's game over.
It's game over. Well, Max Learmonth, it may well have been. Now look at the scenes here. I wish we did have a video. We'll describe it as best we can. The whole technical area of the Hoyt coaching staff burst onto the pitch there, celebrating. It was down to the touch judge and the referee in the decision. We think it was Learmonth that picked up the ball. He did seem to be a fraction shy of the line as he slid towards the line to plant the ball down. Hoyt have won this game by 6 points to 3. A monumental victory when you consider not just the fact that Heriots are top of the league, but given the injuries, we certainly wish Nimmo well in the bad ankle foot injury he picked up, but the effort, that second half, that defence was absolutely crucial, and Hoyt feel they could play another 20 minutes now that they know the relief that they've got to the cup final. My word, I watched Gala a few years ago go up to Dundee, who at the time were arguably the best team in the league, and produce a superb performance away from home to get to the cup final. Well, mark my words, in many respects a very different game, but Hoyt have gone toe-to-toe with the top team in the country this afternoon, and they've come out as top dogs, just as Gala did a few years back up at Mayfield. Here at Mansfield, though, it's Hoyt who'll continue to celebrate a monumental victory, but it's Hoyt who are in their third cup final, having defeated Heriots by 6 points to 3.